Hello, everyone. This is the story of a normal guy who up and died and got himself isekai into this teeny tiny baby potato of a body. And he's not super stoked about it because do you know how hard it is to wield an axe with these stubby little arms? Not easy. Good morning, everybody. My name is Kuma, and today we are playing one of my favorite games, Final Fantasy XIV. Past Rome Reborn. We're past Heaven's Word. We're past Stormblood. We're now past Shadowbringers. Today we begin Endwalker. So I want to take you all along with me while we do this. Why does that sound? Teeny tiny baby body. But this is Tipsy Gypsy. That's his name. And here we go. Everyone's here, which is good, because I've already paid for your passage, and the fee is non-refundable. That's Sataru, our bookkeeper. The ship for Sharlayan should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. I have the whole soundtrack. Other than I don't have Dawn Trail yet, but I have the entire soundtrack for Final Fantasy XIV and all the expansions on the phone because
そろそろ2の積み下ろしが終わるそうだ。乗船は問題なく始まりそうだな。
I'm gonna put on auto.
あら、聞いてきてくれたのね。よかったわ。旅の最初くらいは順調に行きたいもの。
We went through a lot to get here.
まったくだ。
まったくだ。I like the Japanese.
この町に住んでたガキの頃、
the English
こいつと同じ外洋航路船でシャーレアンから来たルイズワ様に出会ったんだ。そして今、その孫たちとシャーレアンに帰ろうとしている。つくづく不思議なもんだな、人生ってやつは。
ええ、流れゆく時を感じます。当時のあなたはこの港に降り立った我が師に窃盗を働こうとして返り討ちにされたとか。随分成長しましたね、サンクレット。
へえ、それ詳しく聞いてみたいわね。
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that she was more of an apprentice to him.
シャーレアンに行くのは初めてかい？エスティニアン殿？は
あ、お前いつまで俺だけ他人行儀に呼ぶつもりだ？
Yeah, no, start trying to be cool.
違うんだ。これは尊敬しているからであって。
だったら改めろ。他と同じでいい。でないと俺も特別に敬って呼ぶぞ。な。
And this is why those two actually get along. This is good for Alphino. He needs it.
わかったからその呼び方はよしてくれ。これからも仲間としてよろしく頼むよ、エスティニアン。
ああ、ま、それなりにな。
どうしてましたか？
タタル、どうかしたか？すごく不安だって顔に書いてあるぞ。
皆さんにとって故郷でもありますし。
けど、
ただ相手にするのは世界の破壊を企むテロフォロイです。きっとまた命がけの戦いになります。
Yeah, basically we're fighting the apocalypse right now.
私はこちらに残りますから、また皆さんと無事に会えるのかなってつい考えてしま
って。No sense worrying about things or powerless to change. I'll bring them back safe and sound, I promise. I'm gonna make a promise I can't keep. Because that's what heroes do.
はい、約束です。
Please don't. Please do not hold me to that.
おお、間に合ったようでよかった。
ホーリーボルダー、クルトゥネもどうしたの？
私たちはこれからラノシアの塔へ向かい、国家団やコボルド族と協力して異形の蛮神対策に当たります。その前に見送りようと思いまして。
He has a pleasant voice.
留守を守ってくれているフラミンさんや任務中の面々が皆さんの無事を願っていると言っていました。そしてこっちは任されたとも。私たちも同じ気持ちです。暁の血命を挙げて世界の終焉を退けましょう。
出港の準備ができたぞ。シャーレアンに向かうやつは速やかに乗ってくれ。
はいはい、いただきます。ああ、行くぞな。
時間だな。
では行ってくるよ。有力な情報を得られたらすぐに連絡する。こちらで任務に当たる皆こそくれぐれも気をつけてくれ。
頑張りましょう。I need to practice my Japanese.
皆さん、
私の日本語を。
いってらっしゃいませ。
はいはい、できます。でな、日本語が上手じゃありません。よくわかりません。でも、頑張ります。
そうしてまたお前は一歩を踏み出した、それがやがて世界を救うのかは今の私たちをして定められず、故にただ新たな幕開けにふさわしい言葉を添えよう。
Anyway.
生きることは死にゆくこと。出会えば別れ、始まれば終わる。せいぜい惜しんで進むがいい。その旅の先。
Here we go. This is it.
星と命の沈む海底に真実は待つ。
Oh my goodness. It'd be so cool to get an actual map. Like one of these hang up on the wall. Can I actually hide that? Okay, yeah, that's fine.
あんたも目が覚めたのか？まだ明け方だぞ。ここで熟睡する方が難しいよな。周りも起きてるやつの方が多そうだ。
How long have you been awake? Just kind of looking back and forth, going, "Who's gonna wake up so I can talk with them?" Like when you spend the night at a friend's house and you wake up early.
誰かに呼びかけられてた。いや、少なくとも俺には聞こえなかったが。とりあえず外の空気でも吸ってきたらどうだ？他のみんなもそうしてるみたいだ。もうすぐシャーレアン本島が見えてもいい頃だしな。
Unfortunately, I find this song really soothing. It makes me kind of sleepy. Come on, wake up. Okay, more coffee. I was up a little bit late last night because I finally discovered how to do solo dungeons and solo raiding. I actually didn't know how to do that stuff. Never actually thought to look it up, but I looked it up last night, and so I went through one after the other, like, okay, let's do these solo and see what we can do. And today, I actually just finally started the Omega series and the Alexander series. So I was able to solo at least the first part of both of those. It was really fun.
まだあなたに届いてくれて。
よかった。
聞いて、感じて、考えて。こうして地上で言葉を交わすのは初めてですね。クリスタルに導かれし光の戦士よ。
よし。Why not? I can trust your words no longer. No, come on. Of course we can. We trust Heidelin with our life. I mean, we've had to. She's saved us multiple times.
ついに第一世界での旅を終えたあなたなら想像がつくかもしれません。あなたが見て、聞いて、触れてきた通り、私はハイデリンは古き万神です。いにしえの時代、終末の最悪を退けるために作られたゾディアーク。そして私はそれを制する者。
You've done a marvelous job.
あの時代を取り戻さんとする者の強い願いによってもう7度ゾディアークの統合を許しています。そうしてかの神の力を集めるほど、私は急速に守していく。
of the
もはやあなたの意識を狭間の領域に呼ぶことさえ叶いません。それでも今回だけはどうしても伝えなければならなかった。
Well, I for one am relieved to hear it.
あなたたちは私に導かれずとも己の意志で星の過去を受け止めました。もって私とあなた二つの時間が交わりかけています。だからこそ始まってしまうかもしれない。星と命をめぐる試練、運命を決するための大いなる戦いが。
I wonder. There's just a
あ
lot
な
of
たが
questions
こ
I
の
have.
言葉の意味を知るとき、過酷な試練を超える力をその旅路のうちに得ていたのなら、遠い遠い時の彼方で交わされた約束を果たしましょう。
I'm curious.
さあ、 起きてるやつは前方をご覧あれ。目的のシャーレア
I'm
ン本島
busy!
が見えてきたぞ。
お行きなさい。どんな時だって
Honestly, yes, I actually do. I am excited to see new place.
きっとまたすぐに会いましょう。
I look forward to it. Until then, それじゃ。おはよ
う。いい朝ね。ちょっと体は痛いけど。
いやあ、おはよう。
う。おはよう。
君はもう島を見たのかい？
です。
じゃあ一緒に見に行きましょう。選手の方空いてるかしら。
ああ、やっぱり来た
Play
か
some。music.
今朝はよく見えるぞ。懐かしのシャーレアン本国だ。
ああ、本当だ。
Aww. This reminds me of the view. We used to go to the Bay of Islands
帰
quite a
って
lot,
きたのね。
and just, you know,
私たち
seeing the
ルベユール
islands,
家
the
に戻る
mountains,
た
the
めじゃなく、
distance,
自分の選んだ
over
道
the
を
water.
進むため
Just,
に
it。brings like memories, you know?
別にお前たちだけでやれって話でもないだろう。
I'll have to share a story sometime of when
彼の言う通り、
my dad, my sister, and I
私たちが同じ船に乗っているということをどうかお忘れにならぬよう。
I prithee. You can use the prithee later. There's a prithee downstairs. There's no need to
あ
prithee
り
up
がとう
here.
みんな。もちろん何より頼りにしているとも。
この船が入港するのは本国の中心地でもあるオールドシャーレアンよ。あらゆる知識と情報が集まるあの都で私たちは必ず成果を上げる。待っていてくれる人たちのため
I don't
に。
know. Some of the decisions that Charlene has made, I would not say it's the greatest concentration of wisdom. Maybe the greatest concentration of knowledge, but they've been a little unwise. Maybe, yeah, largest concentration of squandered wisdom. Cool. Super cool. Yeah. There it is. Welcome. We did it. We made it to Endwalker. And guess what? We've got an entire expansion ahead of us before we get to Dawn Trail.
北洋諸島唯一の都市国家
I'm excited.
シャーレアン。知心左略を守護神として掲げ、あらゆる知識の集積者たらんとする学術都市だ。
Okay.
かつては低地ドラバニアにも植民都市を持ち、各国からの留学生を受け入れていたものだが、ガレマール帝国のアラミゴ侵攻を受け、一夜にして大撤収を果たす。それほどまでに戦を嫌う徳学者たちは、果たしてお前の味方となりうるものか。
Old Charlian. Cool. Very cool.
下船できるまで時間がかかったな。次は入国手続きか？
ええ、そっちでは引っかからないといいのだけ
Yeah,
れ
I
ど。
hope not. We got some suspicious characters with us. including myself.
シャーレアンは国交を閉ざしている状態なんだろう。今更だが、俺やこいつのようなよそ者でも許可は下り
Using
るの
Dad's
か。
cup today.
ええ、確かに国家規模での取引は同盟を結んでいる一部の中立国としかしていないわ。とはいえ鎖国を強固にしすぎては生活するにも不便だし、大目的である知識の集積にも支障が出る。
Yeah, it's a good lesson.
だ
Good
か
lesson
ら
for everyone.
きちんと申請がされていて、目的や身元を証明できさえすればシャーレアン人でなくても入国は可能になっているのよ。
なるほどな。
なるほどな。I understand.
それについてみんなにも念押ししておきたいことがあるの。
Okay. What's the point?
入国手続きでは所属や目的を問われるはず。そこでシャーレアン外の機関である
Got it.
暁を名乗るのは
We're tourists.
情勢的に避けておきた
I'm
い。
I know this ploy.
クルルからの連絡にあった通り、バルデシオン委員会再建のための協力者という形で話を進めましょう。あなたは元からバルデシオン委員会の所属でしょ。私たちの引率役ということで先導してもらえるかしら。
了解だ。入国手続きは確かこの先だったよな。早速行ってみよ
う。Lead the way. Yep. Yep, this is standard travel. Customs and immigration. Question is, we all got a paper. Did
さっ
anyone
きの
get a
船で
pen?
到着したんだが、入国手続きを頼めるか。
もちろん。その文様、賢人ですね。
She took one look at his tattoo and said, "Yeah, he's alright. He's okay."
バルデシオン委員会所属の賢人、グラハティアだ。エオルゼアで調査に当たってたんだが、委員会を立て直すため力になってくれる奴らを連れて帰還した。
Oh, she didn't seem too happy about that.
なるほど。確かにバルデシオン委員会の協力者については本日付で到着予定との申請を受けています。
disappeared for a second.
他にも数名賢人がいらっしゃるようですね。ではまとめて先に手続きをさせていただきます。
ヤシトラルルよ。
あれ、魔法の名簿だわ。大書院に保管されている国民名簿とつながってるのよ。
It's like iPad but made of paper.
全員確認が取れましたので、出入国の履歴に追記をしておきました。あなた方の手続きは以上です。では次の方。
Now what do we have here? Are they allowed to use their last names? Because like they just got disowned. From their father said they're not his children basically anymore.
同じくアリゼ・ルベユールよ。
But they are from here. Like they're still citizens even if they're not allowed in the family anymore.
はい、こちらも問題なく完了です。ですが。
Yep, here it comes.
ルベユール家のご子息とご息女は感動されたと。
Yep, called it.
最近もっぱらの噂ですよ。
I like your earring. It's pretty. Yes. Sorry, guys. Again, this just happened.
そうであっても、帰
still pretty fresh.
国を拒む理由にはなりませんが、何かと憂慮すべきことが多い時世です。くれぐれも問題は起こさないように。
Times are quite troubled already. What's going on? That's what we're kind of here to find out.
肝に銘じておこ
う。We said the end of the world is coming. They said, it's not actually the end of the world. It's not a big deal. So we want to know,
あ
what
と
do
の
they
2人
know
は
that they're not
シャーレア
saying?
ン街の協力者なんだが、申請はされているはずだから確認してくれ。
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for taking care of everything. She gave the down and up look. Aha. What are you supposed to be? Look, I'm just a guy who died and got isekai, okay? I'm the champion of the Orisiyama artisan. Should just be honest about it. Probably shouldn't lie on immigration. Yeah, I'm an adventurer. Look.
冒険者。冒険者ね。
Uh-huh.
まあ、エオルゼアでは正式な職業になっているようですし、申請とも相違はないので。
You're only able to look down on me because you're standing on a stool.
それで、そちらの方は
エスティニアン・バーリのイシュガルドの竜騎士団に所属していた。
He carries me around.
知ってい
Okay?
た。つまり、元軍人ですね。
Estinian, don't say
失礼
anything.
ですが、
Do not say
今は何をお仕
unemployed,
事に
okay? And don't say anything about science. Remember, that just trying to think of something. Oh no. You're a surveyor. You're the tallest guy here. You can see further.
待ってください。
Hey, Cryle. Come to save the day? Again?
その人は間違いなくうちで雇った傭兵で
His
す。
strength of arms. We got a lot of stuff to
ほら
lift.
バルデシオン委員会には
Oh, okay,
危険地帯での調査がつきものでしょ。
クルル・バルデシオン。申請の主であるあなたがそう証言するのなら構いませんが、
We've just been met with the
いく
look
ら
of
背に腹が
disapproval.
変えられない状況でも、うろんな連中を呼び込むのは感心しませんね。一歩間違えれば、今度こそあなた方の組織は。
Estinian, don't check out any books from her library. I
ご
think
忠
you'll be
告あ
banned.
りがとうございます。大丈夫。彼らは信頼できる友人で仲間ですから。
Good job, Cryle. Good job. Good job, Estinian, for not saying anything. It's probably for the best you didn't. Alright, come on, you fellow riffraff. Let's go make a riot.
元気そうでよかった。
それはこっちのセリフよ。みんな船旅お疲れ様。早速いろいろ話したいところだけど、ここだと邪魔になっちゃうわね。向こうに行きましょうか。
行くぞ、沈めが進化で行こう。何ですか？何？
ようこそオールドシャーレアンへ。
お抱えの傭兵とくれば報酬は弾んでもらえそうだな。
あれはそっちが言葉に詰まるからでしょ。
I really enjoy watching Cryle and Estinian's interactions. Actually, watching Cryle with all of them is quite fun. I'm glad they introduced her character. I'm glad I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers to detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. Hang on. I just display name settings. I wanna my pet. Yeah, no. No, let's just when targeted. When targeted. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's yeah. There we go. We're in. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. I'll take it off auto, because sometimes the text advances super fast. But this is Tipsy and Estinian's first time in Shalian. For the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit, people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at Baldessian's Annex. How does it sound? It's a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Levelure estate as such, but I would like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. I'm equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin calls home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of the old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Aetherite Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we will see you there. I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. By thy leave. Bye. What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary. To reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. Bye. But I could... Oh. Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Of course. You'll have me. Come, Tipsy. Shalian awaits. Right. Let's go. After you, my friend. I am more than content to follow your lead. Alright, now accompanying you. Really? This is new? Alright. Alright. Okay. Cool. Okay, yep. Nice! Woo! Cool, okay. Get to hang out. Nice. All set then. Let us be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the last stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbour. Proudly not accompanying you. Okay. Nice. Okay. Let's try it out. Conversation points? Man. Yes! Thank you. Thank you, Square Enix. This is what I want. Thank you, Yoshi P. All the unusual wares coming and going at all hours. I expect the assistance of intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. See no reason why you couldn't undertake any tasks which pique your interest. You have been cleared by the immigration officials after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Shalian the same way it is in Eorzea. Raha, have you forgotten? You're the Crystal Exarch. You basically saved... I may have saved the world, but you saved the land before I did. And not only that, you saved me multiple times, so let's call it even. This place is called the Peristyle? Peristyle? The Peristyle. Say it with confidence. And it is the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other imports vital to running an island nation, but also supplies that further Shalian's pursuit of knowledge. Namely, large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy. Gosh, this reminds me of when playing Final Fantasy 15. Golden Key, as well as even, there's a few themes in there that give that kind of relaxed, safe vibe. I liked it a lot. That's a tune. Lazarus. Oh, another conversation spot. Now that is a sight one could hardly forget, the great statue of Thaliak. As a student of Baldessian, I was usually quartered in the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. This path leading out towards the sea is known as Thaliak Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. As you know, the Sharlayan people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more of a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that, say, of the Asgardians. Individual Sharlayans can and do worship the divinities of their choosing. Cool. Religious freedom, I like it. So you may worship me, bow! Bow, mortals! Bow! 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 Bow down! The wrath! Wrath of a tiny god! Alright, that's enough of that. And here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Sharlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. Really? Really? How can I put this? The food is, it's bland. As encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf. Archon loaf. The prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first and taste a distant second. There was once a pupil at the stadium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so, the last stand came to be, as it were. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Sharlayan, the one and only bastion of culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you were a typical Sharlayan when it came to cheap and convenient. Raha, but surely, Tataru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Aetherite Plaza. Alright. Is that there? Oh! Wow! Ooh! It's a cool looking Aetherite. Hang on. Let's attune first of all. And for now, let's just set this as home point. I really like New Virginia, though. Yep, we'll set it as home point for now. That's fine. Just because I feel like this is going to be kind of like the Crystarium, our hub, but we'll find out. We'll find out. An unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, that it's a perfectly functioning Aetherite. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Already did! Now, being the diligent tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located on this very plaza. Its much vaunted discoveries are the reason Sharlayan stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of Allegan Aetherites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Charlene's largest marketplace. Let's go! We do need the marketplace. First, we got a little convo spot. Alright, Speaking of aetherites, those teleportation fees do add up after a while, which is why I tend to rely on the far cheaper ferry services. I was pleasantly surprised when Mrs. Tataru informed me that the Scions are reimbursed for transportation costs as part of our duties. I haven't been reimbursed my transportation costs. Thank you very much, but I find old habits hard to break. That, and I'd rather not bother filling out necessary paperwork. Well, yeah, actually, if I had to do paperwork for every time I did that, I don't think I'd use it either. That's the entrance to the confluence. I have no doubt their expertise will prove useful at some point, so I suggest you remember the way here. Sounds good. Ooh, another combo piece. Do you mind if I browse the shelves just for a moment? There might be some hidden gems I've yet to read. Only a moment? How optimistic. Feel free to browse all you like, but we won't wait around for you. Perhaps I'll return later then. Alright, so avid reader. These little open-air bookstores are so uniquely Charlean. I always thought them a common sight until I visited other nations. Yeah, I have some thoughts. I'm not going to say them because... Wait. Any other aether around here? Maybe not. Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Charlean, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purposes here. We must head back to the Aetherite Plaza, follow the path north, then climb the stairs to the imposing building at the very top. Alright. Alright. Elder? No. Direct hit. Savage aim. Critical. Ooh! 660. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, we can definitely up that. Actually, you know what? I should probably do some research first. I've just, I played a Rummer board in Heavensward. So, like, I've gone through the story, and I focused mainly on the story, and only now, so this Tipsy Gypsy is an old account that I have, but he's actually going to become my main. my main one, I'm right where we are. I finished Shadowbringers, and once I finished Shadowbringers, I wanted to jump worlds. But I didn't want to just jump my character to another world. I wanted to build up this character. Now, fun thing about Tipsy Gypsy, this is my original character that I built on the Durandal world, and I can't remember which server it's on, but it's in Japan. I don't remember which data center, right? But I built in Japan, and then I wanted to go to North America later on, so I built a new character, stuck with it for quite a while, and now my friends are in North America, and they're in Maduin. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna move my character here, my one from Japan. So Tipsy Gypsy's back, and but because we're back, there's a lot of things that have not been unlocked and a lot of things I haven't done. So we're learning together. All right, let's stop being distracted. let's go ahead and go. She wants to go back to the plaza, so let's go. And I mean, like, there's not a lot unlocked. I have my warrior. I really just have just my warrior. And wait, why is my random logo still showing? I have my warrior and my white mage, and everything else is kind of way down below. Display name settings. Pet. Untargeted. What about my minion? Sorry. Is there a minion? Ah, minion! There we go. When targeted. There we go. There we go. That's better. That's better. Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, we have a few that we've got to fill out. Okay. I'm not going the right way, am I? She just told me the directions. Okay. Here, you know what? We're just gonna go our own way, just using the map. Yeah. Yeah, that's taking us to the right spot. There we go. First thing you gotta do whenever you get to places like this is you have to attune to the Aetherites. My friend, the one who got me into Final Fantasy XIV, was... Hang on. Wait. There we go. These little decorative features are typical of Charlene architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Val were rather simple and rustic by comparison. This is the Nymphaeum, an area dedicated to the blessings of water. To Charlians, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of the great flood which precipitated the birth of our nation. Precipitating. As well as a symbol of knowledge which flows from Thaliac's divine ewer. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, a propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture. Nice! You know what? Actually, let's yeah. There, that's better. This grand structure before you is the Rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here, one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival from the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Charlian. Bit by bit, those buildings grew into a town. A community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the councillors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. A spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east to continue straight ahead. Okay, if that's where the tour is ending, though, I'm gonna take a little detour. Sorry, but we've gotta. I am not gonna conclude a tour without filling out every Aetherite. like that. Alright, I'll need to go into my character settings and make sure I turn off the error messages. Because it's just one of those things. We just don't really care for it. And in the middle of a battle when you're doing this, and you're just getting this spammed again and again. Alright. Alright, well, let's do that. Display name settings, log window. Yep, sounds good. Alright, let's go to log window. Where is it? Log window settings. Display. I turned off the error messages when actions fail. Recast timer. Log details? No. Oh. Tell. Emotes to self. Party alliance. Notification sounds. Oh. Then I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I don't want that sound. I'll work on it on my own time. Sorry, guys. Alright, I could have just used... Oh my gosh, I'm... Okay. Right, I unlocked it. I can use those now. Whee! Whee! Okay! Uh-oh. Wait, can I jump down there? Nope. Probably a bit for the best that I can't, because as you can see, I was just going to. We've arrived at Jenny's End. History tells us that this was where those who put ashore the Nyunkrep? Nyunkrep! Sorry. Built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as a residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Shalian families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That estate belongs to our friends from House Levelier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. With that, we bring our little Shalian tour to close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the Belosine Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, cross the bridge to our right, and then follow the path down below the Aetherite Plaza. Correct. After you, Tipsy. Alright, well, guys, I would love to head straight there, but I'm on a mission, and I need to attune. Let me attune! Oh, and there's a little combo spot down there. Sweet. Let's go. Alright, attune. Bum bum ba-dum. Ba-da-dum. Ba-dum. You first? Right, you cross this bridge here, as I recall. Stick to the path and be careful not to end up back at the Aetherite Plaza. Alright? Cryle? Shalian's full of educational and research institutions, but there are still professors who prefer to establish their own private practices. Not that I ever attended the exclusive schools they run in these residences. Perhaps the twins could tell you more about them. Of course they do. I do feel for them, though. I mean, again, they just got disowned. That kinda sucks. Mew! Bum ba ba dum. Da dum ba dum. This is also new! First, we attune. Alright, I think we got all of them. Yep. Yep. Yes. Okay, good. That was a nice little tour. As the joyous look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldessian Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive at the doorstep of the phenomenon. But I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you another time. Okay? Inside with you then. Alright, thank you. I'm back, and I've brought Tipsy and Raha with me. You were right about the ship then. Hello, Graha. It's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Tipsy. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Oshika? Oshika Sinjika? Oshika Sinjika? It's been an age! Allow me to introduce Ojika Tsunjika, Administration Officer for the Students of Baldessian. He oversees, I wasn't sure, he oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. The champion of Eosia has featured prominently in Kryl and Graha's reports. So for me, this is akin to seeing a fabled hero come to life. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Val served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Sharlayan. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. Can you imagine? I mean, I know it's like a college town, but really, being in a city, a society that's really all about gaining knowledge, I think that would actually be really fun. And the Annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engage in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the isle itself, vanished, the Annex has served as our base of operations. Yet it feels so empty. So many lost to us, our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we see the students rise again. First, we must ensure the Telephoroi fail. Through the door on the left, there is the main hall, where we can discuss our options moving forward. She's so cute! Once everyone arrives, that is. You'll probably have time to rest before discussions begin in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please, feel free to make yourself at home. Thank you, Kryl! Ah, the nap rooms. Perfect for an afternoon doze. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. It was simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad, we would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks, and thus it became known amongst the students as nap rooms. Even if many such naps might last well into the following morning, I love those type of naps. Say the word and I'll be happy to show you to your chamber. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. Thank you. Alright, let's check out the digs. Let's see what we got. Welcome back, ready for a nap? I am. Clean sheets and warm blankets away. Oh yes, clean sheets! So good, such a good feel. Rest as long as you like. Gosh, this makes me want to go clean. I actually might go clean. Alright, so this is where I'm going to be staying. This is going to be, for this expansion, at least for the foreseeable future, I'm guessing this is where I'll be. Oh my goodness. Now let's just see. How does it fit? What? I forgot. I'm a Lullafell, so I fall forward, not backwards. Okay, let's try this again. Nope. stand on it. There we go. Oh my gosh. You know what? Actually, let's wait, where is it? Actions and traits. This is how do you control this thing? How do you fly this thing? Oh. Oh my gosh. Whoa, I don't know how to. Okay, I'll do that later. I'm gonna have to actually get the key. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's fun. Okay. All right, let's continue just a little bit more, and then I think we'll have to call it a day. Yeah, we'll have to call it a day. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Actually, no. I think, you know what? Let's actually call that good for now. Let's call that good for now. I've been going for a little while, and just. But we're not just gonna exit like normal. No, we're gonna make sure we get our sleep. All right, I want to thank you all so much for joining. My name is Kuma, and this is Final Fantasy XIV. I know that this is just kind of me going through the story. But you know what? Thank you for joining. I absolutely love this game. I will continue playing on my own time whenever I get a chance. But I'll try to put it more later. I hope you all have a wonderful day. それじゃ、さようなら。